Welcome back to our next episode of Azure Function Apps tutorial. In this episode, we will learn how we can test Azure Function Apps developed locally on VS Code using Postman. In the next video, we will learn how we can test the Azure Function Apps deployed on Azure Cloud Platform. I have also created a playlist on Azure Logic Apps, Azure Database for MySQL, Azure DevOps, and Jenkins. If you are interested, I will provide link to those playlists in the description box. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more. Subscribe to Codebite, come along for the ride. Yeah. Programming and science will be side by side. So to test our Azure Function apps, let's go to VS Code. Here I have already created an Azure Function app that can help me to create an employee, delete an employee, and update an employee. So I'm not using data. I hope you understand all of these operations, how we can create an employee, delete an employee, and get an employee by ID, and similarly how we can update an employee. So if you don't know how to create an Azure Function app using VS Code, I have created a video on this. I will provide the link in the description box to that video. To test Azure Function apps, let's run this. So after building, we will get few URLs that will help us to create, delete, and update employees in the list. So this first one is create employee. So using this one, we can create a new employee. And this the second one is to delete an employee. Similarly, the third one is to get an employee. And the fourth one is update an employee by ID. So let's copy this first one. So let's open Postman, which is an API testing tool. So if you do not have Postman already installed on your machine, you can download it for free from the official Postman website and use it to test your APIs. So first of all, we are going to create an employee. Let me paste the create employee URL here. So here we have to choose the method. Let me choose the post. Then we have to provide some data. Let's click on body, then click on raw. So here we have to paste data for our first employee. I have already created a JSON object for employee. Let's click on send. So the first employee was created successfully. Now let us test this delete function. Copy the URL, go to Postman, paste the URL here, send one as ID, choose the method as delete, click on send. So we have deleted this ID. Now let's again create this employee. Click on post, click on send. We have again successfully created this employee. Let's create few more employees first and then test each of the functions again. Now let us try to get all of these employees in one go. Click on get, click on send here. So we got a list, ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's delete this 3. Choose method as delete and pass 3 as ID here. Click on send. So we deleted this employee with ID 3. Now just try to get back all the employees from the list and send. So we got 1, 2, and 4. Similarly, we can check this update functionality. Let's go back to VS Code. We can check this update employee functionality by passing the parameter ID as input. So passing 1 as input. We will change the name of the employee 1 to Codebite. Choose method as put. Click on send. So we changed it employee 1 to Codebite. Now let's get the list back. Click on get. Then click on send. Now the first employee name is Codebite. This is the way how we test Azure Function apps developed locally using VS Code through Postman. In the next video, we will learn how we can test Azure Function apps deployed on the Azure Cloud Platform. Thanks.